Hello and welcome back to the Budapest Chronicles. I'm Mark and I'll be your host for the next few minutes for this video. So here we are in the inner city of Budapest, clearly, and behind me, or right behind me now anyway, is one of my favourite coffee shops. Really very, very pretty, nice down a nice narrow street and very quiet. Great food and service isn't so bad. But a nice place just to go and hang out and be on your own and contemplate whatever you like to contemplate. So the reason I'm taking down this road today is that I was actually requested a few more darker stories. So I thought I would start with a strange one that happened to me fairly early on in my time here. So I used to work for a publishing company and they published all of the tourist magazines, international tourist magazines that were distributed in hotels and on and through the airlines. And one of the customers that we had was in the shop over the road. And this was a kind of an upmarket boutique at the time, run by a really nice family that I got to know, and they were really, lovely people, and they'd always invite me in. And actually, I think I bought some clothes off them at some point. But generally speaking, they were, just nice people that I could speak with and, have a few minutes to sit down and have a coffee with them. So it was lovely. Over time, we got to be, quite close friends, and then a few months went by, and Laszlo, we'll call him Laszlo, who's the father, said to me, "Can I have a quick word with you?" And I said, "Sure." He said, "Look, I don't normally do this, but can you help me out?" I said, "Well, yes. How can I help you?" He said, "Can you get me some money?" And I was like, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, I'm having some problems and I need some money." Now I have to tell you, I've seen and done a few things in my life, but I've not really got into the world of being a loan shark, I have to tell you. And this was, because it came out of the blue. And when I asked him how much, I didn't know, in my head, I don't know how much I was thinking about. He sort of said to me at the time it was about £10,000, which was, it was a lot of money then. I really didn't know what to say to him, because it would be much easier, of course, to say no and walk away, but I thought maybe I can do it. And I took a punt. I lived on the edge a bit, I have to say. So I arranged to transfer him the money, and he gave me some kind of written agreement, which was dodgy, to put it mildly. Anyway, we did it. And we agreed that he would pay it back within, I think, a couple of months. I left that place then, and I really didn't go back because I just thought I would get anxious. So I just got on with my life, and, sometime later, I think after, the couple of months that we'd agreed, I decided to go back and knock on the door. And, this is a true story. So as much as I'd like to sort of, make it a little bit more of what it was, but it actually did happen. So I went to the shop, and of course what happened was it was closed. My heart just, my heart sort of just sank inside. I didn't know what to do. I thought, you have been you've been sewn up like a kipper. You have been done. So I went for a walk, cleared my head, tried to get over it. I said, maybe there's a, mistake or something. Maybe they've gone away for a few days. I went back a few times, no one was there. And I was just, I was sick. I really was sick. I let it go for a little bit longer, tried to forget about it and move on. And then one day I was walking through the little side street you hear. I'm just going to show you as we go through. And I saw, the three of them, Mummy Bear, Daddy Bear and Little Junior Bear, going into the shop. And I just thought, oh my goodness. So I kind of gave them a few minutes to get settled in, and I was like a detective. I was like hovering around a corner, sort of with the collar up, hidden away in the shadows, waiting for them to sort of settle in. And then I went into the shop, and of course you can only imagine Laszlo's face. "Mark, I haven't seen you for ages. How are you?" And I just looked straight through him. I think it was a mixture of relief, anxiety, I wanted to murder the guy. I didn't know what I wanted to do with him. And he said, so, what's new? I said, well, why don't you tell me, Laszlo? I haven't seen you for, a number of months. Oh, we were away, we had to, do a few things. I said, great. And then I didn't know whether to bring it up because I'm a polite guy, and I suppose I haven't got that kind of, a streak in me that would have probably just pulled a gun or something. And I just said to him, Laszlo, the money. And he said, yeah, well, we're going to have to wait a little bit longer, And I kind of just pulled him aside and I said, look, it's already been double the period of time. And it's time to pay up now. And he said, I will do my best. Come back this time next week. And I didn't know what to say. To be honest with you, I didn't know what to say. So I said, okay, this time next week I'll be here. Please get that money sorted out. I went back the following week. The shop was closed. This went on, I have to tell you, for half a year. And I'd become, this loan that I was doing, I suppose out of the goodness of my heart, somehow, even though I didn't know the family, which is a lesson in itself, nearly turned me inside out. I think on the last day of me about to really bring somebody in, I managed to get in there, saw him, and I literally, this guy wasn't small, I literally grabbed him by the throat, pulled him up against the wall, and said, I want that money, and I want it now. And he looked at me and said, it's your lucky day. We've got it. And he made a big song and dance about, the money and everything. I have never experienced anything like that before. I thought I'd share it in this story because this is some of the things that I've experienced, and they weren't in a film. So anyway, the long and short of that is don't lend money unless you really know who you're lending money to. And the good news is I did get it back and life continued. But you can't imagine that in a little store like this, such a drama took place. And that's my first in a line of dark stories coming towards you from next time on. Anyway, nice speaking with you. And if you liked it, enjoyed it, subscribe. There's more to come. And like it, leave me a message, whatever it is, and I will be sending another one very shortly. Take care, see you soon. Bye from Budapest.